Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Lailil Maqfiroh. My last three numbers of NPM is 315. In this video, I want to talk about gender issues in workplace. The latest release from the World Economic Forum, the Gender Gap Report 2016, indicates that in the past 10 years, the global gender gap across education and economic opportunity and politics has closed by 4%, while the economic gap has closed by 3%. Extrapolating this trajectory, the report underlines that it will take the world another 118 years to close the economic gap entirely. Gender inequalities are especially blatant in the workplace. For instance, on average, women are more likely to work part-time, be employed in low-paid jobs, and not take on management positions. There is evidence that gender inequalities in the workplace stem, at least in part, from the discrimination directed against women. Indeed, several studies have documented personal discrimination against women by decision makers. For meta-analysis C, some of them having more specifically examined the role of the decision makers' level of sexist attitudes on discriminatory practices. For instance, Messer and Abrams found in an experimental study that the higher the participants scored in hostile sexism, the more they were likely to recommend a male candidate rather than a female one for a managerial position. In spite of consistent evidence that higher sexism is related to greater bias toward working women, little is known regarding the underlying processes linking sexism to discrimination. This question remains an important one, especially because the persistence of gender discrimination contradicts the anti-discrimination rules promoted in modern societies. In fact, the issues of gender equality in employment has given rise to numerous policies and institutional measures in advanced industrial countries, all aimed at tackling gender discrimination with respect to recruitment, promotion, and job assignment. In the USA, for instance, the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the 1963 Equal Pay Act provided the legal foundation for the implementation of anti-discrimination laws within the workplace. The Treaty on the European Union and the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union all contain provisions relating to the promotion of equality between women and men in all areas, and the prohibition of discrimination on any ground, including sex. The member states of the European Union must comply with these provisions. In this respect, some countries have incorporated legislation on equal treatment of women and men into general anti-discrimination laws, like Australia, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Germany, Ireland, Poland, Slovenia, Sweden, Great Britain, while other countries have opted for a specific gender equality, like Spain. Comparable policies have been implemented in the Asian Pacific area, with countries including gender equality into broad anti-discrimination laws, like Australia and other countries having passed laws especially dedicated to addressing discriminations against women, like Japan and the Philippines. That's it from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.